What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And today we got a brand new album reaction. This one from Tate McRae, and it's called Think Later. Well, folks, looks like another year of album reactions is about to be in the books, and we're ending it with the Canadian pop sensation. The last time I talked about Tate McRae, it was in reaction to her debut album, I Used to Think I Could Fly. I remember being not very impressed with it, suggesting that Tate was struggling to make herself stand out in a field of up-and-coming pop singers. If I'm being honest, the song where Tate really began to win me over was 1035, her song with Tiesto. That song showed just how much she fits in with dance pop, and I was wanting her to lean more into it. After all, she was an artist who got her start on So You Think You Can Dance, so it's perfectly fitting. Surely enough, we've been seeing a lot more dance moves from her, and I think it's been helping her a lot. Now that Greedy is becoming a smash hit going into 2024, we now get to see where Tate is taking her craft next. Before we jump into this reaction though, I want to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely YouTube will pick it up in the algorithm, so I thank y'all for that. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell because I could use all the support in the world, and it would put a huge smile on my face. That is all out of the way, and now it's time for our final album reaction of 2023, Think Later. Track number 1, Cut My Hair. Okay, we just explode with the trap beat right here. Okay. She's on her little No One Misses Nice Girl arc. Okay. She's just lusting after this guy, you know? It's just uncontrollable for her, you know? She's trying to one-up a girl in this scenario. Okay. A little competitive. She's not in the You Broke Me First era anymore. You can't see it, but in the video, she's playing with a pair of scissors close to her forehead. Like, all right, let's be careful with those things. Okay, so that was Cut My Hair, the opening track. Yeah, has some interesting little elements going on with it. Tate McRae seems to be singing about how she wants to be a little bit more of a dangerous girl. You know, she's feeling this guy right now, and she knows she wants to cut her hair, make herself look presentable, and who knows, maybe they can get together and have a fun night, you know? The boy seems to be having the eyes for another girl, but Tate McRae's like, nah, screw her, I can do it a lot better, you know? I can look better, and I can date you better, you know? It's a little bit too dreary for my taste, if I'm being honest. She still seems to be experimenting with some trap beats here, which I took notice of on the last record. Maybe that'll change throughout the rest of the listen, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. So far, I think this is just pretty alright. Track number 2, Greedy. Alright, this is it. The big hit from the album. The song that's becoming her most successful smash hit to date. I won't talk about this one too much since a lot of you have probably heard it by now, but you know, always listen within the context of the LP. I like kind of like the talk, you know, if someone, you know, keeps talking, you know, wasting time. You know, don't get too confident because, you know, you still got to put in some effort to win you over. You know, she ain't no Gwen Stefani type, let me tell you that. You know, take its pride in how pretty you look. Alright, so that was Greedy, and yeah, it's still very hot in the charts at the moment. And yeah, it's a pretty decent song, I gotta say. A lot of self-confidence going on with this tune. You know, Tate McRae is just feeling really great about herself. You know, feeling confident enough that she doesn't need the approval of other guys. The beat is fun, it's energetic, and it's definitely something that you can dance to. Like, when this is on at the club, you're just on that floor. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this song. It's pretty decent, I'll be honest. So onward with the listen. Track number 3, Run for the Hills. Talking about how special she is. Yeah, she's acknowledging that the guy's toxic for her. I kind of like how it sort of escalates right there, you know? The punchline, you know? Yeah, I really like the bass line, you know, that's going on with this song. You know, it really ties everything together. Yeah, I'm watching the video and you can like sense the danger, you know? Very ominous. Okay, so that was Run for the Hills, and yeah, this song, honestly, I'm kind of feeling it a little bit. I love how intense the production is, you know, you really feel the weights of Tate McRae's emotions in this song. I might have been interpreting it wrong because it says that the song is about how desirable she finds her lover to be and how much she wants to be with him. I was assuming that it was about a toxic boyfriend that she wanted to get away from, but couldn't because there's still elements about him that she found to be attractive, which is why the song is called Run for the Hills. But I might have been wrong about that, so thank you, Genius, for the correction. Easily my favorite moment would have to be, never gonna ever be more than something that's fucking me up. You know, like the way she sort of like escalates like the production right there. Like it sort of ramps up at the end of the chorus, you know. That line just like really hits ya. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed by that one, so thumbs up for me. Track number 4, Hurt My Feelings. Ooh, yes. The percussion on this one, you know, I'm really feeling it. It's very distinct. Yeah, like that's how much she feels for this guy, you know. Just hurt my feelings. I want to feel something. Yeah, she's displaying a lot of confidence on this song, let me tell you. No. Ooh, kind of a good melody right there. Alright, so that was Hurt My Feelings, and yeah, there's some interesting subject matter going on with this one. In this scenario, Tate seems to be a girl who's single, and she sees this guy that she likes, but he already has a girlfriend, and she's just kind of encouraging him to sort of like, you know, leave her for her. Leave her for Tate, I mean, yes. Clarification, of course. And she wants it so bad that she's willing to have her feelings hurt, you know. She understands that he may not allow this sort of affair to happen for very long, but she doesn't care. She just wants to feel the rush in the moment. That's why she sings the line, "She got you making up such pretty boy excuses," you know, like, you know, she wants to put him in a scenario where he'll have to explain himself, you know, why he was with another girl all alone. Yeah, not a very good look for you. You can definitely see Tate's bad side shining through on this song, and, you know, while of course what she's doing is pretty morally unethical, you know, you can't help but feel some sort of like joy while watching the whole thing play out, you know? It's very fun. So yeah, a really interesting song Tate has going on here. Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. Track number 5, Grave. Okay, one of the more slower, somber songs, I'm assuming. Never try to go out of your way to change your partner, because, you know, that shouldn't be your responsibility. Tate's learning that the hard way. Ooh. Was that a voice recording from a real scenario that she went through? Yeah, all that effort, it all just went to waste. This song, I can definitely see people having an intense dance routine to, you know? Perfect for the ballroom. You almost had me. Okay, that was Grave. Yeah, I think I liked a lot of the writing decisions on that song. Tate McRae is coming to terms with the fact that this boy is just too much for her to handle. He's too toxic. Like, he's already, like, damaged this relationship enough. And she even gives a poetic quote, you know? You can only dig the grave so deep before you take me down with you, you know? It's like, you know, you can only destroy this relationship so much before you end up destroying me. And I want to save myself. I want to come out of this unscathed. Honestly, I think that's a great line to write. Like, you know, she was really spitting with that one. And yeah, I think it's definitely a good message to send to her fans since, you know, a lot of them are a lot younger. I can almost see Tate McRae dancing to this on stage. And who knows, maybe it might even be used on Dancing with the Stars someday. But yeah, I really like the emotion that shines through on this one. You can really sense Tate McRae's anguish. And she is just so burnt out by this love that has just officially gone to shit, you know, as if it wasn't already shit to begin with. But yeah, some good stuff to find on this song. Track number 6, Stay Done. A little guitar ballad going on here. Okay, I didn't expect that. She's just too infatuated with him to like be mad. Ooh, there's like a lot of vocal power on this song, you know? I sense it. And he's unfaithful. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this guy's a dirtbag, Tate. He ain't good for you. Ooh. I heard a little splash of drums right there, adding to the intensity. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. I was not expecting that, but that was stayed done. I'm surprised by this one. Tate is acknowledging that this guy she's seeing is incredibly toxic, not good for her at all, very unhealthy, but she just can't break apart because, you know, there's just certain qualities about him that she just can't escape. Like, I even know that he's trying to cheat on me, but I don't know what to do. Like, he's just so charismatic. I really like this song because it shows Tate really singing from the heart. Like, I really like the lyricism on this one. Like, I've been nothing but cordial, but if we're talking morals, why'd you have to hit her up? Like, that is a great rhyme. I really like that rhyme. This one is a lot more stripped back. We get some guitar strumming on this one, and Tate really gets to show off just how great of a singer she can be. Like, this one really shows just how powerful her vocals can be. I really sense the sadness with this one, and I think that's exactly what Tate was going for. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite song in the album right now. Like, I'm calling it right now. Like, this is the song to beat. Stay done. You're number one. Track number 7, Exes. This song I've already listened to, so I won't talk about it too much, but always listen in the context of the LP. Oh, she's just doing like a little evil laugh right here. You know, like she's the freaking Joker. Or Harley Quinn in this case. Like, I really like how the trap beat is constructed here. Like, I know that she relies on it a lot, but there's something about this song that was able to perfect it. I don't have too many thoughts, I'm just kind of grooving right now. You know, as if 30 is always the right age to get married and have kids. Alright, so that was Exes. I've listened to it before. It sounds really great. If I'm being honest, I think it's a better single than Greedy because the trap beat just finds a way to hook you in, has a nice, interesting subject matter of how she always goes ghosts on certain guys that she dates. Yeah, this one is very groovy. I really like the tone. I like the attitude she presents. Yeah, like I said, better than Greedy in my opinion. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on Exes. Track number 8, We're Not Alike. Oh, I like the electric guitar on this one. Oh, is this another cheating partner going on here? Jeez. Yeah. Because I have honesty in my body, and your ass doesn't. The harmonizing on this pre-chorus, you know? There's just something about it that just hits right, you know? Is the boyfriend cheating on her best friend because Tate is saying that she was supposed to have her back? I can't get over how good this drum line is. Like, it's a nice little element that ties everything together. Alright, so that was We're Not Alike, and another song with some interesting topics going on. I'm assuming that Tate McRae is singing to a guy that cheated on her with her best friend, and she's saying, the two of us are not alike because I'm able to be honest even though I tend to be a little petty, and you have been lying to me right to my face, and you have no guilt about it whatsoever. There's also the possibility that she's singing to the best friend, or someone that she thought she could trust, but betrayed her. And, you know, she's sort of confronting her head on, and she's being like, I am on a much higher pedestal because I'm able to be truthful, and you just aren't that. Okay, seems to be the latter, according to the Genius annotation. although it's unreviewed, so I don't know if I should trust it too much. But if I were to lean towards either option, it would probably be the second one. You know, she's singing to the best friend who broke her trust. This song also shows Tate McRae experimenting more with rock music. I remember her doing that on She's All I Wanna Be. But I feel like with this song, she's able to stand out a little bit more. Because She's All I Wanna Be sounded a lot like Olivia Rodrigo. And I feel like with this song, she's able to find her voice a little bit more. She sort of deviates a little bit from the punk rock elements that Olivia is known for. This sounds a lot more pop rock, you know? I can't really think of a band that I would compare this to, but it's definitely Tate's own sound that deviates from Olivia. And especially that drum line. Oh my god, like, yeah, whoever's her drummer on this song, yeah, props to them. Honestly, this is another song that I really find myself gelling with. It might be one of my top favorites so far, along with Stay Done. Track number 9, Calgary.
Same bar, same street, and 20 bars, still feel like 15.
Feel like you haven't learned too much in your journey of life, you know? Okay, you don't wanna go down that path, you know? Like, doing drugs when you're stressed is never a good option. Ooh, I really like that falsetto on the post-chorus right there. Yeah, you just gotta hold on to that hope, girl. Like, things will look up, you know? Yeah, this one feels extremely dramatic, you know, almost like on a cinematic scale. Oh, wow. That harmonizing right there on the bridge. Wow, Jesus. Alright, so that was Calgary. This is definitely one of the more depressing songs on the listen. Tate is being extremely open about her life struggles, about how she doesn't get along with her brother, how her friends feel incredibly fake, and it just doesn't feel like she's able to control her feelings, you know? She's still trying to navigate her early 20s. And yeah, it just doesn't seem like things are going her way. It's even reached the point where she's downing alcohol and even looking to do drugs, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Come on. Like, you have so much to look ahead for. Like, please don't go down that path. She titled this Calgary because that was her home city growing up. And it seems as if she's not able to escape her childhood because she still has so much to learn throughout her life, you know? She hasn't exactly, like, grown up per se. I like the way the song is constructed. It's very dramatic. I really like the bass that comes booming in. And she's really able to falsetto and harmonize with her backup vocalists. Yeah, I think this is another one that really stands out to me. Track number 10, Messier. The way her falsetto hits right there, pretty impressive. Kind of being dishonest with each other, it sounds like. Okay, I like how the drum is sort of entering in, creating some momentum. I mean, she certainly would. My mom wouldn't call it love, let me tell you that. Yeah, these two sound incredibly toxic together. Yeah, not gonna lie. And you know, you gotta appreciate the echo that's coming through, you know. Very nice mixing job. Alright, so that was Messier. And yeah, the message on that one is pretty straightforward. Tate is acknowledging that her and her partner are very toxic together. Like, they'll create fights in restaurants. Like, he'll even, like, be possessive of her. And she'll be very dishonest with him. It's acknowledging that the relationship isn't very healthy. And Tate even acknowledges at one point that her mom would not approve of this love. Well, at least she's acknowledging the pattern and how toxic it is that she's always in this cycle, and hopefully she can break free of it. Instrumentally, the song relies a lot on the beats, the snare drums, you know, showing off how intense the relationship is. That seems to be, like, the angle that it's going for. Yeah, it seems pretty okay. It doesn't do too much for me, but I appreciate what she has going on here. I like how she constructed it. Track number 11, Think Later, the title track. Ooh. Ooh, okay. We're getting super intense. Okay. We're really going on with the trap beat on this one. Okay, another song where we're kind of living life on the edge with the little bad boy of a guy. Oh, okay, so that's how much further she wants to take the relationship. Okay. Okay, I kind of like the melody, the fat little melody on the outro. It's okay. Okay, so that was Think Later, the title track, and I think I probably know why she gave the album that title. My guess is that Tate McRae wanted to show her audience that she has more of a bad side to her, that, you know, she could sort of play that role, play into that role. And, you know, she's certainly going for something. You know, she's out on the night with a bad boy in Boston. She's bribing the bouncer, she's taking money out of the ATM, and her friends are feeling a little bit worried, but she's like, fuck it, let's have a night on the town, you know? I guess the eeriness is kind of the point, but I don't know, this song just feels a little too dangerous for my liking. I just keep thinking to myself, Tate, please don't do something too crazy. Like, I promise you, you will regret it. I hate that I'm a mom in this scenario, but, like, you know, like, you have to understand my concerns. When it comes to the instrumentation, you know, it relies a ton on the trap beat and, of course, the heavy bass. You know, she has shown at this point that she really likes doing that. But, you know, again, it's not something that really suits my tastes. Yeah, like, this song, it definitely stands out. It captures your attention. I wouldn't exactly call it my favorite, so onward with a listen. Track number 12, Guilty Conscience. Yeah, it's probably the one of the nights that you had on Think Later. Okay, that little high note melody right there kind of does something for me. Okay, I kind of like what the vocalists are doing on these last few lines before the track closes. Do I hear some sirens in this song? Okay, so that was Guilty Conscience, and yeah, it looks like Tate is taking the danger a little bit further. They're just two thieving criminals talking about hijacking and cops calling, and yeah, I did not know she would take it this far. Again, I think Tate wanted to prove just how much of a bad girl she can be, you know, and this time she's talking about criminal activity with her partner who seems to be all in for it. I guess she's able to play into that role pretty well, but I don't know, I guess I was sort of digging Sweet Tate a little bit more. The backup vocalists on this song seem to do their job pretty well, and the beat seems to be pretty fire, and I like some of the melodies, especially with the high-pitched pianos. Or keyboards, if you would say. Again, I didn't expect Tate McRae to be such a bad girl on the record, but, you know, if that's the angle she wants to go for, then, you know, I'm open to it. Track number 13, Want That Too. Okay, I like the vocal talent that she's showing off again. Is this like a basketball player or something? She's talking about throwing shots. Ooh, I think I heard a little bit of violins on this song. The falsetto right there. And I like how softly she's singing on this final chorus. Alright, so that was Want That Too, and yeah, this is definitely one of the softer, more emotional songs that we got. This is her acknowledging that the boyfriend that she's been seeing isn't exactly good for her, and she put her all into this relationship. You know, she took so many risks. You know, she realized that she globbed onto this guy so much that it's a little bit hard to just abandon him. She wants to build a healthier life for herself, but he wants to be a part of that, and she's just like, no, I don't think you should be. This song probably sees her finally mustering the courage to stand up to this loser and really tell him off and make it clear that she no longer wants anything to do with him. Now that I'm really maturing and seeing the world for what it is, I'm starting to realize that you're just holding me back and I need to break free in order to really pursue what I want. I think it's significant that this song follows the title track Think Later and Guilty Conscience, because those songs were all about risk-taking, you know? We're criminals doing all sorts of hijacking stunts, you know? We're out on the town downing shots and, you know, bribing bouncers, taking money out of the ATM. But this song shows Tate having more regrets about entering the relationship, you know? It may not be the same guy, but you know, it definitely has some significance to it, you know? She's coming down from the high, waking up the next morning and realizing, boy, that wasn't exactly worth it, was it? And honestly, I like that maturity. And I really like how Tate McRae is sort of structuring this whole arc that she's going on throughout the Think Later album. Instrumentally, I really like the bass on this song. I really like the backing vocalists. She really has a great vocal performance on this one. I think this one gels with me quite a bit. And now we're gonna see how Tate McRae closes out Think Later. Track number 14, Plastic Palm Trees.
We would talk about all the drama and nothing better to do.
Sort of reminiscing on a friendship from her childhood.
Out the window, everything was looking perfect. Caught in a dream.
Maybe she's looking out towards Los Angeles because that's where dreams come true.
You were just looking at plastic palm trees.
Yeah, this is definitely alluding to the City of Angels, you know?
If you saw me doing well, you hit me out of the blue.
Yeah, now they want to take advantage of your newfound riches.
Just something in my head said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just really like how soft this song is really able to be, you know?
They used to be staring at
You know, our dreams aren't exactly what we envision them as, you know? As we get older, that becomes very apparent. Alright, so that was Plastic Palm Trees. And yeah, a pretty nice closer, I gotta say. Tate McRae, I think, is sort of singing to a best friend that she knew back in the day. And they're sort of reminiscing on how they would always talk about becoming famous, you know, becoming huge stars and going to parties and everything. And like, it would all be so fun. But Tate is realizing that everything is not as it was built up to be, you know? Everything just seems so fake and phony. You know, that's why she sings about plastic palm trees. Everything looks good at first glance when you get the wide view, but once you get a little bit closer and really start to inhabit the environment, you realize just how not well put together everything is, you know? I really like the melodic guitar on this song. It really ties everything together. It's very nice on the ears, and I really like the beats that comes in also, and those harmonizing vocals, so tasteful. Yeah, some really great stuff to find on this closer. Like, I'm impressed by this. Like, let me tell you that right now. But with that, I'm gonna take a break. I'll listen to the album a second time, then I'll come back and give everybody my final thoughts, so bear with me. Alright, I am back, and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Tate McRae's Think Later. I've read into the discourse about Tate McRae being an industry plant because she popped up out of nowhere, as if a music artist's notoriety depends on how much you've been exposed to them personally. If Tate proves anything on her sophomore album, it's just how much hard work she's put into her craft, even back when she was a young teenager. In terms of songwriting, the album tends to be a bit cluttered with filler lines like the ooh na nas on Hurt My Feelings and the with yous on Grave. But aside from that, she's really able to make her lyricism very authentic, laying her heart out and making her words relatable for anyone in her audience. It's also pleasant to hear Tate experiment with more pop rock, carving out her own distinguishable sound. It all makes sense when you realize that Ryan Tedder served as a producer on this album, and I think I've underestimated just how dignified his musical abilities are. She still makes use of the trap beats, and it is fair to say that they're a lot more attached to the 2010s, but here they sound more refined. That might be in part because Tate leans a lot more into a bad girl persona. She's trying to prove just how much more attractive she is than other girls, hooking up with bad boys, and pursuing a life of crime like they're Bonnie and Clyde. But soon reality sets in for Tate, and she realizes that certain guys just aren't healthy for her, ultimately cutting them off from her life. She already has enough difficulty adapting to adult life, and part of that journey is draining out all the toxicity. This record shows Tate McRae feeling more comfortable morphing into a pop star, especially when it gives her a chance to show off her vocal chops. It's her confidence and fiery attitude that really makes for an enjoyable listen. For a girl from Calgary, she really knows how to keep the flame running. My favorite tracks would have to be Stay Done, Exes, and We're Not Alike. My least favorite tracks would have to be Messier, Run for the Hills, and Think Later, the title track. And that ought to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album reaction. I had a blast with this one. I hope you did too. I'm really glad I made this one my final album reaction of 2023. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Here's to a lot more album reactions in 2024. I'm really excited to see what that year brings. Till then, if you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And that's where we're wrapping up for today. My name is Gabriel Jones and the sun may be setting, but I hope you were able to soak up those drops. Take care.